The relentless consumption of ultra-processed foods places an enormous and often overlooked burden on kidney health, quietly pushing this vital organ toward dysfunction and disease. Kidneys are essential for filtering waste, balancing electrolytes, regulating blood pressure, and maintaining overall fluid equilibrium in the body. However, their intricate and delicate functions are severely compromised by the high sodium content and a cocktail of artificial additives pervasive in processed foods. Over time, this strain accumulates, increasing the risk of chronic kidney disease, CKD, and related complications, an insidious health crisis that grows in parallel with the rise of ultra-processed food consumption worldwide. One of the primary culprits is sodium, often added in excessive amounts to processed meats, canned soups, ready-made meals, snack foods, and countless other ultra-processed products. Unlike salt added at the table, the sodium hidden in these foods is consumed in large, often unnoticed quantities. The average intake frequently exceeds recommended daily limits by a wide margin, leading to increased blood pressure, a major risk factor for kidney damage. Elevated blood pressure forces the kidneys to work harder to filter blood, gradually damaging the delicate filtering units called nephrons. This overwork can cause scarring, reduce kidney function, and eventually lead to irreversible kidney disease. Moreover, ultra-processed foods often contain artificial preservatives, flavor enhancers like monosodium glutamate, MSG, phosphates, and other additives that further compromise renal health. Phosphates, for example, are commonly added to improve texture and shelf life, but are poorly regulated in many countries. Excess phosphate intake has been linked to kidney calcification, accelerated decline in kidney function, and imbalances in calcium metabolism. People with already compromised kidney function are especially vulnerable, as their kidneys struggle to excrete excess phosphate, leading to toxic buildup. Beyond direct damage, the consumption of ultra-processed foods exacerbates systemic conditions that compound kidney risk. High sugar intake from sodas and sweets promotes obesity and insulin resistance, both significant contributors to the development of diabetic kidney disease. Diabetes is a leading cause of kidney failure, and ultra-processed diets rich in refined carbohydrates and sugars accelerate this pathway by overwhelming insulin regulation and causing chronic inflammation. Additionally, the pro-inflammatory nature of many food additives and fats found in processed products fosters oxidative stress in kidney tissues, further accelerating decline. Unfortunately, the clinical signs of kidney damage often go unnoticed until significant loss of function has occurred. Symptoms such as swelling, fatigue, and changes in urination patterns tend to appear late, by which point treatment options are limited, and dialysis or transplantation may be required. Meanwhile, ultra-processed foods continue to be consumed widely, propelled by aggressive marketing, low cost, and sheer convenience, masking the slow but steady assault on renal health. The burden of kidney disease is not just personal, it has profound societal costs. The treatment of chronic kidney failure is expensive and resource-intensive, with a growing number of patients worldwide requiring lifelong dialysis or costly transplants. Preventable kidney damage linked to dietary patterns represents a massive public health failure, exacerbated by the food industry's lack of accountability and insufficient regulatory oversight. What is most disturbing is the normalization of ultra-processed foods and diets, especially in vulnerable populations. Low-income communities and individuals with limited access to fresh produce are disproportionately affected, relying heavily on processed foods that contribute to kidney strain and broader metabolic disease. This systemic inequality compounds health disparities, creating a vicious cycle where poor nutrition leads to disease, which then limits economic and social mobility. Preventing kidney damage demands more than just individual dietary choices. It requires a fundamental shift in how food is produced, marketed, and regulated. Reducing sodium and phosphate additives, improving transparency in food labeling, and promoting whole food alternatives are essential steps. Healthcare providers must also prioritize early screening for kidney function in patients with high consumption of processed foods, recognizing diet as a critical modifiable risk factor. In conclusion, the impact of ultra-processed foods on kidney health is profound and multifaceted, quietly undermining one of the body's most vital organs. High sodium loads, artificial additives, and the systemic metabolic dysfunction they promote all contribute to escalating rates of kidney disease. Without urgent attention and widespread changes in food culture, millions will continue to suffer from preventable kidney damage, trading convenience and flavor for a slow, debilitating decline in health and quality of life.